What's doing? Welcome to another Hilux episode. Let's wander inside and see what Alex is up to this time. We have a big box. What's inside the box? It's a long-range fuel tank. That's right. So today we're doing a long-range fuel tank. Got a big trip coming up. Actually, this Sunday. Today is Wednesday. This Sunday, I'm actually going to Morgan Park drifting. Don't know where that's going to end up in the timeline of the YouTube land, but I'm going to Morgan Park, so it's going to be handy to not have to worry about fuel there and back. I'll fill it up and go there and back probably 4 times. But we've got a big trip coming up, and I need to be able to haul long without having to stop. So I picked this tank up. It's about $1,300, I think, from ARB. It's a plastic ARB tank. I thought that would be the best option to go instead of having a metal tank. I don't do much off-roading. I was just looking for weight. Quick disclaimer, if you're doing a long-range fuel tank, you do need a mod plate, LM1 code for modifying your fuel tank. I do mod plates, I can do my own mod plate, it's super easy. So if you are doing a long-range fuel tank, just make sure you get a mod plate for that. But it should be straightforward. Alex is on the hoist here now. He's got it on the hoist, he's super pumped. Look at him. Is your hair done today?
Yeah, I'm looking nice.
Yeah, looking good, yeah. So it's on, he's gonna open up the box and we'll get this on the hoist and we'll start pulling the tank out. I'll come back. Oh, he might be quick here. We might get on the open box real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it, he says. Woo! Look at that big dog. So yeah, I think it's a 130 or 140 litre tank. I'll find out the exact and let you know, but it's big. I fitted one before. It's an X car. It bolts in, the factory center bolts in here. Factory filler neck bolts in here. Breather pipes all go on, and it fits up in the void every little square inch of room it has. So yeah, it's a massive tank. I think it's going to double my capacity, and it goes into every little void possible, and super easy to fit. So you just need a hoist really. Probably do on the ground with a bit of a juggle. Hot tip though, don't have a full tank. If you've got 70 litres, it's not going to be fun to get out. We're about a quarter of a tank at the moment, so I'll get that out and we'll pour that into there and then put that back up and in. But Alex will get it set up on the hoist and we'll get it lifted in. All right, so Alex has got the transmission jack underneath. He's coming down a little bit without squashing me. Factory tank, and the new tank comes in the same spot, but just bigger. And it's going to drop straight down. Basically, there's 2 straps with pins here. You pull the pins, straps come out of the way, tank falls out, unplug it, and away we go. Easy as that?
Easy as that.
The straps bend out of the way. In theory, it should just come down. You can unpin these straps as well if they're in your way. There's just a little circle clip up in here, you can pop them out of your way. But you should be able to come down far enough to hopefully unplug all your hoses.
That's where it pays to be tall and lanky.
Dharma mode engaged. Alex believes he's ready to come down. Josh has been noisy.
Noxious Josh.
Yeah. But yeah, so tank is disconnected. You just have to disconnect a couple of these lines and obviously the filler. Yeah, you're all right, Josh. Can I have 3 seconds?
What?
Thanks.
Oh, now he's blowing up at you. The kid's so rude.
Yeah, I can make a heap of noise and still do nothing. I was standing there with a hammer and banging the bench. Anyway, so you have to undo the filler, a couple of breather hoses and other breather hoses on there, and obviously the feed hoses to the front of the car. Sender unit can stay in there until we get it on the ground. And now it's just a matter of swapping all that stuff into that thing over there, yeah?
Yep. Easy.
Well, get it done, son. Yeah. Right, so that's Alec versus me.
Big and black.
So no, this is you and the guy she tells you not to worry about. But you can see the physical size difference is quite large. They fill up every void possible and mould it to the floor of the car. So Alex is going to swap over everything now. All the hoses, the sender, all the other bits and breathers all go into the different parts of the tank, and then we'll film him going back up. So yeah, so it's not a hard job. A couple of straps, a couple of hoses can come out, and then you can swap all the bits and pieces over, and then we'll load him back up. It looks like it actually comes with new metal straps here as well. So it comes with new HD straps, not the little tin ones that Toyota give you. What else you got over? You got some rubber.
Got some protection
For some protection? You got to have your protection rubber, don't you?
Got some, probably a breather. And
extensions, I'd say, and things like that, yeah. There's some more protection rubbers.
More protection rubber. That's double-sided protection.
Double-sided protection.
Got a sticker for my toolbox.
Oh, now you're rich. You got an ARB sticker on your toolbox. You're loaded.
I've made it in life.
Yeah, and a clamp. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, get into it, son. Get it done.
I will.
All right, so Alex has been busy. He's reading the instructions, trying to work out what the difference between a style side and a cab chassis is. He's worked it out now.
Cool.
Work that out. But apparently, yeah, you just got to modify your sender a little bit and do some bits and pieces. All instructions comes with from ARB. Not going to go into detail with you. You can work that out. Connect some hoses, do the bits and pieces. Obviously, use your factory hoses where you can, and we'll get it back up into the car. What are you cutting, son?
Just these breathers. Trying to anyway with my blunt blade.
Is this as per instructions?
As per instructions, yeah.
So shortening up some breathers and pipes because obviously they came down out of here way too long. So then the hoses can sit up inside there because the actual tank wraps up around this in that void. I'll go and show you in a second anyway. Yeah, the tank, that is where that brace is, sits in there. So this goes up and over, and then these breathers can go up inside. So you have to shorten everything up. And they literally fill up every void because that's that cross brace for the chassis there. So it goes up and around the chassis brace. Your big black ready to go?
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Got all our
And
hoses.
Josh is over there bloody doing nothing, flapping his gums, yelling again. Go ready to go. So what have you done?
Yeah, so I've got rubbers on here, the protection rubbers. We've got the sender in. Put all our hoses on here, so it's ready to lift up in.
Cool. So then that cross member there sits in that void there. And then there's another little cross member that sort of sits in that little section there, is just in here. So it all tucks up nice and tight like, and then there's a hose that goes from each of these things here over the cross member. So we'll juggle and squeeze it in.
Yep, we'll fight it.
Get it amongst it, Dharma.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I've got all the hoses connected up. You can't see much because they're all tucked up inside, but the tank is huge. They're all connected up in there. Like I said, those braces are now more heavy duty than the factory ones, and it fills up every void possible. Tucks up super tight everywhere, but still clearance everywhere. So they will be filling up every inch of this with fuel. Super not look forward to fill it up. It's going to be, the first fill will be super expensive, but we'll see how we go. Juicing me up, mate.
Juicing you up. Getting her in there.
So it was probably what, 10 or 15 litres. So probably won't even touch the sides of the new tank.
Probably not.
So we'll have to go straight to the servo and fill this bad boy up. The fuel bill of today is going to be super exciting, but once it's filled, it's done. Maybe even just leave it to when it gets to half a tank, we'll probably fill it back up. But for those long range trips, it's going to be super easy just to haul and keep going and not have to stop. So I got from here to Coffs with the car tray on the back with the drift car without having to stop, and still have a quarter of a tank left. So I'll be able to go from here to Sydney without even thinking about stopping. So that'll be super cool. Super easy, like I said, multiple different tanks you can go, done on Watson, ARB, TJM probably have one as well. There's all those things. I just found when I fitted the ARB one before in another customer's car, super easy to fit, plastic, lightweight, you can literally throw it up and in, and with these cars and GVMs and all that stuff, it's trying to save every kilo you can is ideal. So plastic tank was a win for me. If you're going off-road, cape trips and all those things, and you're worried, and obviously corrugations and rocks, and you're worried about that, maybe look at a metal one or an alloy one, whatever the fabricator may be. But I seem to find the plastic ones is going to be good for me to get around in and not have to worry about it. Weight. I said I'm not going off-road and doing stupid things with it anyway. It's more of a tourer, get me around to the car, to the boat, to caravans, or horse floats. So just help getting me those long distances. As I said, this is an easiest job to do. You probably do this yourself. Hoist will be super handy, and obviously some hand tools and a transmission jack to help you get out. Try and keep that tank as empty as possible if you are doing it. If you're not, if you bring it here, bring it here as empty as you can as well. Makes our life a lot easier. And like I said, you will need a mod plate at the end once you're done to make sure it's all legal. But other than that, pretty easy. That's now going to give me double the fuel range, and we'll be able to do some trips. So make sure you hit that like, hit subscribe. Stay tuned for more. We're going to have more N80 stuff coming, as well as some other drifting stuff and forward driving stuff, and trips we've got some coming up as well. So stay tuned, more things coming, and I'll see you in the next one.